CRC Worldviews and News, important news about Christians worldwide. Today is the 24th of June 2025. We are reporting from the U.S. state of Michigan where, according to the latest reports, a gunman attacked the Cross Poitou Community Church. The incident occurred on the morning of Sunday, June 22, 2025. The attacker opened fire outside the church, injuring one person. Church staff showed courage in handling the situation. The church security guard shot and killed him. This action prevented a major loss of life. At least 25 people were killed and 63 injured in a horrific suicide attack on a Greek Orthodox church in Syria on Sunday, June 22, 2025. A suicide bomber affiliated with the Islamic State, ISIS, entered the church, opened fire, and then blew himself up. According to witnesses, the attacker had his face covered and began shooting inside the church before detonating himself as people tried to stop him. Security sources also reported the presence of two attackers, with a pastor claiming to have seen a second gunman at the entrance to the church. Children were among the dead. Tesfaye, who is from Ethiopia, says he has faced many hardships as a Christian. Tesfaye was forced to flee his home due to threats. His opponents still do not allow him to return home, but Tesfaye is being provided with support for his education and survival, even though he was left bankrupt by the Ethiopian civil war. He is being sheltered on the ongoing conflict between the Iranian territories and Israel. The World Council of Churches has issued a statement of concern. They have urged all parties to immediately stop the violence, respect international law, and ensure the protection of civilians. Violence will only lead to more human suffering, destruction, and hatred. Pastor Sam says he is praying for a reduction in tensions and for concrete steps to be taken to resolve the conflict peacefully. Both sides have been urged to find ways to dialogue and peaceful coexistence to achieve lasting peace in the region. Over 200 Christians killed, 6,000 displaced in recent attacks in Nigeria. Devastating attacks in Nigeria between June 8 and 14. The attacks took place in a Christian village in Benue State, located in the Middle Belt region of northern Nigeria. The attacks, carried out by the Islamic Fulani militant group, targeted men, women and children, Pastor Barnabas said. The deadliest attack took place on June 13 at a camp for displaced people in Yelawata, where 400 people were taking shelter. The militants set fire to buildings and attacked people with guns and knives. The attack killed about 200 people and injured 5. The Cow Bank project has proven to be a life-changing initiative for Christian tribal communities in remote areas of northern Vietnam. Under the project, which has been running since 2016, 34-year-old Christian man Zeung and his family are given a cow loan for breeding, and they repay the loan by returning the first cow they give birth to. The project has so far provided more than 261 cows, of which 550 have joined the Cow Bank, and has benefited more than 2,245 people. The project not only helps families generate income and send their children to school, but it also reduces the pressure on Christian families, as it helps both Christian and non-Christian families in need, increasing acceptance of Christians and their faith in these communities. The military coup in Myanmar put the lives of Pastor Amin Ashtun and other Christians like him in immediate danger. They were targeted by a group of drunken youths who had been ordered to kill a leader of a non-Buddhist religion who was spreading their faith in the village. Although Pastor Houghton's family had lived peacefully and were respected in the Buddhist majority area for years, the arrival of new village leaders after the coup increased the threat to Christians. Pastor Houghton and his sons managed to escape when they were informed of the attack, but his wife and daughter remained at home and were later killed by the attackers. They had to abandon their home, which was looted and burned, leaving them homeless and without an income. But the assistance they received provided them with emergency food and encouragement, enabling them to continue their ministry and to continue praying for the spiritual well-being of Myanmar's displaced and oppressed Christians. The Nicaraguan government recently issued a strong statement denouncing the Vatican as deviant after interviews in which exiled Bishop Rolando Alvarez endorsed the Pope's wish that he continue to lead his Nicaraguan diocese from abroad despite being stripped of his citizenship. The government accused the Vatican of undermining Nicaragua's sovereignty and dignity with irresponsible and disrespectful statements, viewing Bishop Alvarez's continued spiritual leadership from exile as a violation of their laws. The strong condemnation highlights the ongoing severe repression of the Catholic Church in Nicaragua, where the government has consistently targeted religious leaders and restricted religious freedom, forcing churches to go underground and many into exile. Abdul Baki said Abdu, a Christian who had faced severe persecution in his native Yemen before seeking asylum, was killed when a petrol bomb was thrown at his home. No arrests have been made in connection with his death. Due to the persecution he suffered in Yemen, Abdu was granted refugee status by the United Nations, highlighting the dangers he faces because of his faith. The civil war in Sudan is taking a devastating toll on civilians, with the Christian community increasing its use of heavy weapons in populated areas. The UN mission in Sudan reported a sharp increase in sexual and gender-based violence in displacement camps, mainly run by the RSF. The conflict has killed tens of thousands and displaced more than 13 million Sudanese. It highlighted the looting of churches and the blocking of aid. The complexities of the conflict have been further exacerbated by the fragmentation of governance, the militarization of society, and the involvement of foreign actors, including allegations of support for warring factions from countries such as Libya, Egypt, and the United Arab Emirates. Stay with us for more news. If you want to watch more such videos and you liked our video, then subscribe to our channel. A reliable source of information. Stay connected with CRC News.